What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all you're having a great day today. Getting into this episode, GH, Ava need to let that go. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this whole Julian Saint Julian tour that she's on right now, she need to let it go. Like her trying to blame Alexis for all the stuff that Julian has done is ridiculous because Alexis is not responsible for that, for that man's actions. Julian is responsible for his actions. And it sickened me that she would even come out her mouth like that. And I love me some Ava, but I'm like, Ava, go on with that mess. Like Ava herself was about to pop a cap in her brother's ass. So I'm like, how you gonna sit here and blame Alexis when it was your brother that did all of this? It was him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people in that town hate him, that's because of the shit that he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Same way they don't like her because of some of the shit she did. And at the end of the day, no matter, no amount of good that Ava does is going to change people's mind about her. And she just needs to live with it. You know? Like, at the end of the day, I understand why Lucas, is not too keen on getting close to her and stuff like that. I get that, You might get burned. But at the same time, only thing Ava was wrong about as far as the whole Blaze situation, she was dead ass wrong for outing that girl. That she was wrong for. You know what I'm saying? I don't stand for that. But they do need to stop blaming her as far as Natalia is concerned. Why is all the blame going to Ava, but none is going to Natalia? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, nobody's screaming at Natalia. Nobody's getting upset with Natalia. Like, she just gets a slap on the wrist, but Ava takes the brunt of what happened, though. Like, that's stupid. Like, this woman was clearly a bigot. Still is. You know what I'm saying? So why keep beating Ava down about it and letting this one slide? Like, that's ridiculous. I am happy though that Lucas is keeping an open mind to getting close to Ava or whatever. Like I said, I understand if he don't want to, I get it, but I'm glad that he's keeping an open mind to it because she is still family. Whether you can't pick your family. You definitely cannot do that. But I don't see nothing wrong with him giving her a chance. I mean, she fuck up that chance. That's on her. That is on her. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's cool of him to do it at the very least. No matter what Carly or anybody else think about it or have to say. I'm glad to see he got a mind of his own. Good for him. It sucks that Ethan's not a match, but I kind of figured that Ethan wasn't going to be a match. Like, I figured that much. Moving on from that. Portia. Lord have mercy. Like, she has been riding Brad's ass since she found out that man is back at the hospital. I mean, riding him. You know what I'm saying? Making sure he's on the up and up. Asking Liz how has his job performance been since he been back. Like, just checking up on him every 5 minutes like he a toddler. I'm like, Portia, come on now. By her doing this, I felt like it was stupid because now this boy got leverage on you. He done went down to that damn lab. Thanks to Liz, let him know, like, we need to make sure, like, this wasn't on us. Like, that whole Heather Weber Cobalt result wasn't on us. You know what I'm saying? Like, go down there and find out how the test could be wrong. And he done seen some shit on that screen. I'm pretty sure it proves that Portia changed those results. I was like, damn, Portia, now this boy got leverage on your ass. I'm like, why did you not do anything to cover your tracks? As co-chief of staff, that's what she should have done. You got the power. Changed, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should have covered your ass better than that. Way better. I mean, that boy found that information in 2.2 seconds. Ain't no telling what he gonna do with it. Because this is Brad we're talking about. I mean, is he gonna give that, to Liz and the lawyer, the hospital attorney, or, turn that over to them? Is he gonna blackmail her with it? I mean, who's to say what he's gonna do with it at this point? Especially how she been riding him since he been back and thinking that he was gonna do something nefarious. So now she needs to come up with a game plan. Because now that Liz alerted her that, she's taking care of this whole situation, Portia need to come up with a plan to get herself out of this and come up with it in 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something, move heaven and earth, but you need to cover your ass on this one. You still got time. Offer that boy a raise or something. I'm just saying, do what you gotta do. Offer him a raise, offer him your office. I mean, something. Because you ain't got time to be losing your medical license and facing criminal charges. Like, come on now. Because the way she was acting with him, like when he hugged Cody and stuff, I was like, are you serious for shit like that? It's so petty, though. To sit there and be like, oh, is this what you call professional behavior? All he did was give somebody a hug. How was that unprofessional? Like, how the hell is that unprofessional? I'm like, Portia was doing too much. I'm like, calm down. I enjoyed the conversation that he had with Cody, though. And I'm glad that we got a little bit of insight into his situation with Miss Wu. It sucks that Miss Wu let him go because she felt like, he wasn't a fit for her business or whatever. I really wish that he was a fit because I could definitely see him going dark and getting more into her illicit affairs and stuff like that. I could see him doing that. But it annoys me, though, that we're not seeing Miss Wu personally. It sucks that we haven't been seeing her because I definitely liked Miss Wu. Like, I felt like she could definitely be either a rival to Sonny or she could be a successor to him. She definitely got the chops, to run that town. Because her just playing second fiddle to Sonny, I didn't really like that because I felt like she could be his equal. Like she got that quiet danger about her, and I love that about Miss Wu. Like, I miss her immensely. Like, I miss the hell out that lady. Miss Wu was definitely the business. Like, I miss her. But yeah, Brad sitting here worried about Lucas being back and stuff. I'm like, don't try to make no play for him right now. Let that boy, get his feet wet in the town again before you even try to make a play, Brad. Like, relax. So anyway, moving on from that. Robert and Anna ain't playing no games. Like, they got the report back about that gun. It matches up with everything that Alexis was saying. It matches up with everything that Rick and Liz saw. But you know what? I can't say I blame Robert and Anna for, withholding that information until Sonny confessed. I can't say I fault them for it. You know how long, the law has been waiting to take down Sonny? They finally got an opportunity to do it. I don't see that. I can't blame Robert. You know what I'm saying? He not letting that shit slip through the cracks. He was like, absolutely not. Because once they reveal that information, they reveal that trump card they got, they know they gonna lose Sonny. They know it. They know he gonna walk that confession back. They need to get that confession signed, sealed, and delivered before they before they get that information out there. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they got an airtight on him. I don't fault them because when you've been trying to take somebody down for 30 years and it finally falls into your lap, I mean, some people might say, oh, that's a little corrupt. Not really. Yes and no. I don't really think it is, but, I mean, they plan on revealing it, but I don't blame them. They got him on the hook. Why not? But you also got to be careful because then again, Diane could use some legal maneuvering and possibly get his confession tossed out based off of that. So they got to be a little careful because I'm not 100% sure about how the law works as far as that is concerned. So they got to play it a little bit careful to make sure it's still within the lines of the law. You know what I'm saying? So that way there's no wiggle room for Diane to come back and be like, well, they withheld this information. That's a loophole. That's one thing you don't want is for him to have a loophole. So hopefully they got that covered. But I can't say I blame them. You know what I'm saying? This is your big shot to finally get him. Put him away for a long time, like literally the rest of his life with this confession. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't let that go either. Dex is a fool. Like, my whole thing with Dex is, why tell Dante something? Like, for one, even if in that moment Dex didn't know that it was confidential information, even if you didn't know that, that Dante is way too close to this. I mean, it involves members of his family. That's why he's not on the case. You know what I'm saying? So why tell him information about this at all? I would have kept my mouth shut. Because now that Anna done told him to keep his mouth shut about it, now he want to go back to Dante and say, oh, what we talked about earlier, just keep that between us. It's too late now. It's too late. It's like opening up Pandora's box. Once you open that box, you can't close it back. You can't unhear what you heard. You can't unsee what you saw. You know what I'm saying? It's too late. So I feel like that was definitely a rookie move on Dex's part. He should have kept his mouth shut from gate. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to walk up to Dante and say, oh, I'm getting myself tested, that's cool. You should have left it at that. You know what I mean? Like, you should have left it at that. But that's what also pissed me off with Sonny, because he puts his family in positions that, mess them up. You know what I'm saying? Because Dante is in a bad position right now. And that's what Cody was trying to tell him. He was like, dude, you in a worst position possible, because now you got to decide what's more important to you, your family or that badge. But I was a little irritated with Dante too when he started telling Cody about what was going on, even though he didn't use any names. I mean, Cody's not an idiot. He could decipher who you're talking about based off of what's currently going on. You know what I'm saying? So he knew Dante was talking about Alexis and Sonny. And I'm like, Dante, why would you tell a civilian about what's going on with an active investigation? Like, I remember when he was married to Lulu, he couldn't even tell Lulu about cases. But yet you're sitting here telling your best friend about it. Like, damn well you can't divulge anything to him. I understand you needed a confidant to talk to, somebody to bounce this off of so they could possibly give you some advice, but he's the wrong one to tell. I wouldn't have told him, I would have at least went to Olivia or something and talked to her about it at the very least. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to tell somebody something. But yeah, Dante's always in a rock and a hard place. Always when it come down to Sonny. But I could definitely see him telling Sonny about it because, he doesn't want to betray his badge, but he doesn't want to betray his father. It's like he has to wrestle with his conscience all the time when it comes to Sonny and that job. And that's a problem, But I could see him telling Sonny because he probably feel like it's the right thing to do, Even if he feel like Sonny needs to pay for his actions or whatever, but he probably feel like, he shouldn't pay this way. Because he probably feel like it's a little unfair, even though I'm like, not really, but okay. Because Lord knows if I was in the, law enforcement, trust me, I would be looking for any type of way I could nail Sonny ass to the wall after all these years and decades of him just doing whatever he want to do. If I was in law enforcement, I would get a little irritated by that too, But if Dante tells Sonny anything about this, I could definitely see issues between Dante and Anna over this. I could see some problems with it, not only with Anna, but with other people within the department, maybe even Robert, maybe even a federal prosecutor. I could see them having a big problem with Dante over this. Like, this is their big chance to get a notorious gangster off the streets after 30 plus years. You know what I'm saying? And here they had their big shot, and Dante gonna mess it up in one fell swoop. I don't know. If I was the feds and Anna and them, I probably would be a bit pissed about it if I was them. I'm just saying, there ain't no right or wrong way here for Dante. Like, like he had to do what he got to do, but I hope he knows it might be some consequences for this. Some major ones too. Might get ostracized by the department. Who knows? Because you remember how they treated Dex when Dex came in there and they, all of them knew that he worked for Sonny at one point. So I can imagine how they would, treat Dante at this point. I really wish that they would write it that way. I really do, because I think it would be realistic. You know what I'm saying? So if Dante does tell Sonny and nobody at the department gets upset about it, I think it would be totally unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, his friends in blue would definitely be pissed about this. So anyway, moving on from that, Christina is so hard-headed. I mean, just hard-headed to the bone. Everybody for weeks have been telling her, even today, everybody was telling her, don't do anything. Don't say anything. Don't do anything. She's just so damn hard-headed. Like, she really thinks that Sonny confessing is going to mess her and Alexis up even more. So what the hell do you think? What good would it do if you confess, Christina? If you confess, what do you think that's going to do? That's going to get you more charges as well on a federal level. So it really don't matter. At least with Sonny's plan, it actually gets all of y'all off the hook because he'll work it in the deal. With Christina's plan, there is no deal. They're going to get charged. Whether you confess, whatever, you're going to get charged. Like, I don't see how she doesn't see this. Like, she's just impulsive as hell and don't think. Like, she's definitely her father's child. Like, she's just very impulsive. Like, think sometimes. Damn. And I'm surprised Alexis could get all these visitors in one day. Like, Martin done came to see her. Sonny done came to see her. Christina done came to see her all in one day. I'm like, well, damn. But yeah, she need to start opening up her ears and listen. Like Dante done told her, everybody done told her, don't do anything. Let this play out. Let them do what they got to do. Let Sonny do what he got to do. Stop trying to feel like you got to fix it because you're going to make it worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I can't let my dad go to prison. So if you do something to make sure that your dad doesn't go to prison, guess what? You're going to be the one going to prison. Your mama going to stay in prison. And it might have a snowball effect on Michael because Anna and Robert already suspect that Michael and Christina are somehow involved in this. They already suspect Michael and Christina are covering for Sonny because they feel like that's the only way Sonny would ever confess to anything like this if it involved his children. So they already got a hunch about that. So now you go your little ass up in here and confess. How you think that's going to snowball onto Michael? Because I'm pretty sure at some point they're going to realize, well, hey, Michael did make the 911 call. Michael did stop Christina from confessing on several occasions. 2 + 2 does equal 4. I'm just saying, like, put it together. Like, you know what I'm saying? It can have a snowball effect. If she runs her mouth, they're going to start looking into Michael and what he know. And he can get charged as an accessory after the fact. Not only an accessory after the fact, because he moved the body, but he's going to get an obstruction of justice charge because he lied on a statement. And it's a federal offense, so it's going to be bigger charges, more years than a regular obstruction charge. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Christina need to start freaking thinking. Just do nothing. Like, damn, start listening. Turn your ears on, clean the wax out your ears, and start listening to people. Fool. Just saying, like, don't think. God. But yeah, this whole thing is just a hot ass mess at this point. Cause I like the little back and forth. I ain't gonna lie, between Carly and Anna, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I did agree with Carly on one little thing though. Anna is in no position to be giving her dating advice. I'm just saying, because Anna, look at the men that you be chasing after. I'm just saying, like, you are not any better than her when it comes to the men's department. But at this point, it was foolish of them to think that they could get Carly to change her statement at this point. I mean, when you tell a lie like that, you might as well keep the lie going. I'm just saying, you might as well keep that thing going. Ain't no turning back now. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you could broker a deal, you might as well keep it going. Because we all know Carly ain't never gonna throw nobody under the bus. But I will say what Anna said was true. When it come down to that loyalty, you gotta be careful who you get that loyalty to. And I agree. You can't give it to everybody. I don't know why people keep warning her about Jack Brennan. It's like Felicia done warned her, Jason done warned her, Anna done warned her. Y'all already know when you warn Carly about something, she is not gonna listen to you. When you tell Carly not to do something, she gonna do the opposite of what you said. She always does. She gonna do the opposite. Like, when will these folks learn? Carly gonna be Carly. If y'all keep saying Jack is that bad, listen, at this point, Carly got to figure that out for Carly. She got to figure that out all by herself. Of how bad and dangerous he really is. But what Carly said was true, though, as far as, like, his list of champagne and all the stuff that he ordered up to the room. I mean, that's still not proof that all of that stuff was for him and Carly. That's not proof. Like, unless you see them knocking boots, kissing, doing something, I mean, him having dinner guests or a dinner, you can't prove that it was for her. Just because you saw her go in the room, I mean, that's not uncommon for her. She's been in plenty of people's room that stay there, so that's not uncommon. So I can see why Carly would keep up that lie, because it's like they don't really have anything concrete to bust up the alibi, so I would have kept that lie going too. I'm just saying, like, you tell a lie that big, you might as well keep going with it. I also enjoy Anna and, not Anna, who was it? Sonny and Alexis. I always, enjoy their back and forth as well. I'm glad that I feel like Alexis knows Sonny very well. And she know damn well Sonny trying to, confess to get her out of prison is not for her. It was mostly for Christina. And she know that. And I'm glad Sonny admitted it. He was like, yeah, I'm doing it for you a little bit. I like they back and forth. I just don't like how they trying to paint Sonny to be all noble for confessing. I'm like, sir, you got everybody involved in this mess. That's the least you can do. I'm just saying, like, none of them would be all up in this if it wasn't for your ass. Um, but I'm really interested to see how all of this is gonna play out. Like to see if all of them are gonna wiggle, how they gonna wiggle their way out these charges. Um, but anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Peace.